podcast. I'm Elliot.
I'm Becky.
Kindly sponsored by Vets for Pets Hereford. It's been a little while since we've had a catch up. I don't know when we last did a podcast. I think it was before you went away, which was November.
Yeah, it's been a month since I got back off holiday.
Yes, it must have been October, I think, when we last recorded.
I think it was.
I think I've still got one I need to put out.
Yeah, and the problem was I went on holiday for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Not allowed to go on holiday.
It was amazing though.
Like the fact you called it a problem, that's good.
Well, the problem for the podcast, not for me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It was good for me.
Yes, you went off to Costa Rica, didn't you?
Yeah, and it was.
See the sloths.
Yeah, we saw some sloths in a rescue, but didn't see any in the wild. But we saw so many other things. It was just amazing, absolutely amazing.
Saw what was the turtles called when they come out and nest?
The Arabada.
Arabada.
So I'd booked. Nerdy me had booked the holiday around the moon cycles so that we had a good chance of seeing the turtles, the olive ridley turtles coming into nest, because they come in en masse, sometimes in thousands, in this one place in Costa Rica, and it all paid off. So we've got to see a baby turtle. But you were also
stressing about it for about 6 months beforehand.
I was watching to see if they all came on time, and it was amazing. And then when I was there, I was on the beach, I think it was like the day before, and opened up, because we'd only seen like 1 or 2 that evening, and opened up BBC Wildlife magazine, and there was a feature on how amazing it is to see these turtles in Costa Rica. So that made me quite smug. So it was just amazing. And we went to a wildlife rescue there and actually stayed there. So the wildlife rescue the hotel side of it pays for the wildlife rescue, or towards it. Yeah. And it was crazy, because a few days before that had been a bit rough. The travelling was rough, and the places where we'd been weren't what they seemed they were going to be. No. And then we got there and lay by the pool in the afternoon, and we saw macaws, we saw howler monkeys, we saw hummingbirds, and we were just like, right, it's okay. Yeah, it's all going to be good. And we had a tour around there, because they're reintroducing macaws to that area of Costa Rica, or reintroducing.
What species they were introducing?
Scarlet macaws. Okay. Yeah, and they were so noisy. Yeah. You could hear them from miles away.
Don't tell Emily that.
It was crazy, but amazing, but they just always sound like they're grumpy. Yeah, they never sound happy like other birds. Yeah. But they're always like telling each other off, and you can hear them across the valley, telling each other where they are. Yeah. And because they still feed them so that they can keep an eye on them, just like supplementary feeding. You see them every morning and every evening coming in. Yeah.
It's just that we feed garden birds, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they've got macaws.
Yeah, and because they've released them, these are the first lot that they've released in that area, it gives them a chance just to check on them and see how they're doing. And some of them have actually had chicks now.
Have they?
It was so interesting. And then they work with another big wildlife rescue place. I think it's more, they breed the scarlet macaws in this centre, a bigger centre where they've got a bigger area. And so what they do is they swap the adult birds around, because the area at the wildlife rescue is smaller. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that they're meant to just breed there, and then the chicks are released. Mm-hmm. So they keep the breeding adults. Mm-hmm. And then every 2 or 3 years, they swap the pair of adults with another pair from another place in Costa Rica. So they're not...
Genetic diversity.
Yeah, and they're not kept in the smaller... It's not small, it's a massive aviary. Yeah. But it just means that they're not kept...
Do they have them in there as a colony breeding, or do they have individual pairs?
Yeah, they've got... I think they had 3 pairs, when we were there. So, I think they've released 15 so far. Mm-hmm. And then some in the wild have now had chicks, and then these new ones. So, and I think they're moving on to sloths next there.
Breeding them?
Yeah, and releasing them there, because there aren't sloths in this area at the moment. There used to be everything in this area. Yeah. It's the Nicoya Peninsula, but I think because of what was being farmed and things, now it's all going back to being more biodiverse.
I guess as long as the habitat's suitable.
Yeah.
I don't know what sloth reproduction cycle is, though. I mean, I would presume it's slow. Because they're slow.
Yeah, they're pregnant for ages. They did tell us this at the rescue. It was ages, and then they stay with them for quite a while, and they'll have their baby with them. Yeah. And they'll be getting pregnant with the next one as well. So sloth mums do have it quite hard, because they'll be carrying a baby round and then having like a toddler basically at the same time. But it was...
So two-toed sloths gestate for a long time, around 10 to 12 months, or up to 15 to 16 months for some species.
Yeah, I think
mad.
that's the three-toed ones, I think.
No, three-toed says they're shorter.
Oh, is
6
it?
months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 and 3-toed, and it depends which... some live higher up in the canopy and some live lower down. So these would be the ones that live lower down, because we weren't that high up in the Nicoya. It's more lowland. So, and it just depends on which trees they eat then.
They're independent relatively quickly though. So three-toed sloths, they cling for several months and they're weaned 9 months.
Yeah.
But some will stay until 8 to 11 months. But when you consider the gestation is so long, actually, once they're out, that's not that long.
So it's about 2 years, I think, or just over, that they're around. But then they'll be pregnant with the next one before. And then, do you know what the amazing thing about sloths that I didn't realise is they like grow their own ecosystem on them. Mm-hmm. So because it's all so damp, especially up in the cloud forest, like different fungus and things like that grows on them. And
I think is there a species of moth as well, I think.
Yeah, and if they're really hungry, then they just eat what they're growing on their hair rather than, that's how lazy they are, rather than, and they said it will help like with bits of their microbiome and things to eat the bits that they grow, so they're like farming their own.
Presumably they wouldn't eat their own hair. Though.
No, they just groom themselves, and insects live on them as well. Yeah. So they just will groom it. So the sloths that we saw in the rescue look so clean and silky, but if you see them in the wild, they're all like green and like mouldy, and But it's just it was just amazing, especially when we were there and we went to the cloud forest. We didn't see many animals in the cloud forest, but the amount of plants, just plants growing on plants, growing on plants. It was, and then the sloths are growing plants on them as well. And it was crazy.
They're weird animals, for sure.
Yeah. And then I had Tash and her sister Izzy looking after the pets at home. And one day, Sarabi had decided she was getting up onto the worktop in the kitchen, which she never does, and she'd stretched up and knocked everything off the shelves, including all our bottles that we make our oat milk in and things. Mm-hmm. So when Tash came in to check, she thought we'd been burgled. And it wasn't, it was Sarabi had just knocked everything over. So I got a picture of it with Sarabi sat amongst it, just like, it wasn't me. So they moved, when I got back, everything had been moved into the bathroom, so everything out of the kitchen. Safe. And we started moving things back, and she started destroying it again.
Sarabi's innocent.
No, I doubt it. She's never innocent. So and she's carried on that a little bit. Apart from the last few days, her snottiness has come back a bit again, so... She's been a bit more well-behaved.
Or get her a hamster wheel.
Well, I've got her a box in the garden now, because we thought maybe it's cold and she doesn't want to go outside, because she normally sits and watches the birds. So we got a storage box and cut a hole in it and put a bed in it for her, and she does use that. Go in it? Yeah, but not as much as I was hoping she would.
It's just because you keep putting her in it.
Yeah,
Maybe just have a box without the hole, and that would resolve the problem.
Yeah, because if she thought
just put her in it and she's stuck there.
That's what I said. But I think, do you see those videos when there's chickens and they put them in a little net in the garden, and they roll around in it? She'd be like that. I think if it was a smaller hole that was difficult to get in, she'd be in there all the time, because anything that she thinks she shouldn't be in, she's in there. And then the chickens went to Dad's, the 2 chickens that we've got at the moment, Rosie and Patty. And they were meant to be digging over his growing. He's got a netted growing area that he grows all his plants in. And they apparently didn't eat any of the greenery unless they cut it up for them. They were really fussy and they didn't lay any eggs. And they didn't really dig it over much either because it was too cold.
So they won't be welcome back.
They're the most useless chickens. So we're actually getting 2 more today from Dee at Athena Rescue that have been rescued through the RSPCA. And we saw, unfortunately, a few of them last week of the flock that had been rescued to put them to sleep because they were in such bad condition. But apparently the rest of the flock have really perked up. So 2 of them are coming with me this evening. After us saying we're not having more pets for a while. They were just playing on my mind.
When you've got 2 chickens, you may as well have 4 chickens.
Yeah.
As long as you've got the space for them, then it's not really different, is it?
And I think it might perk ours up a bit because they're happy, but they're just so fussy with food. And for 1 week they'll like one thing and then they'll not like anything.
I think they're just too spoiled.
They are spoiled. Yeah, they are. I think it might perk them up a bit.
Yeah, well, hopefully it does.
Yeah.
And they'll probably be a bit more interesting, these ones.
Yeah, because we used to do gardening and stuff, and the chickens would always be there, like, seeing what we were digging up. These 2, they're not even worried. I put out their corn for them the other afternoon, and some veg, and they just sort of slowly wander over.
I think they're just overfed and spoiled. Well, saying that, when I haven't picked them up for a while, but Acton and Chicky, my chickens, when I hormone implanted them in the autumn. I don't know if we talked about that before, but they're both a bit old and they've both been laying slightly funny eggs. And I just thought, they just need to have a rest from laying. So I implanted them just to bring their molt on a bit quicker and have a longer break over winter. Acton's really fat. She's got like huge fat deposits. She's almost got lipomas, like fatty lumps.
Oh no.
But the trouble is that because they share an enclosure with, well, now 7 pigeons. So I took that white dove home from here, and Jack. And so Jack and the pigeons have like a mixed bird seed with some peanuts, and Jack has dried cat food and some dry fish food as part of his diet, and the chickens steal that.
Yeah, we have to watch with the hedgehog food to stop them from eating the hedgehog food.
Because the thing with birds is that they'll always go for something that's high oil, high calorie if they have the choice, and that's what R2 do. Chicky's also a little bit chubby, but because she's quite a petite breed anyway, she's classed as a light breed of chicken. She doesn't get as fat, whereas Acton is more of like a dual purpose breed.
Yeah,
so she just puts weight
on. She puts the weight on. Hey, maybe you need some chickens off Dee as well to perk them up.
I don't think we'll get any more chickens after these 2, actually.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, Emily and I were talking, so we're moving.
Yes,
hopefully.
This is the exciting news.
So on the 13th, hopefully, we're getting the keys to our 4.5 acres with a block of stables and a shed. And
that's all there is at the moment.
Well, at the moment, yeah.
We should probably talk through the plans. We've got big projects.
But anyway, with the chickens, like, we've always talked about getting, like, working class chickens. We have some chickens that lay eggs and stuff. So that when we have people come to visit, they can collect eggs and that sort of thing. But I don't know, I just don't think I can be bothered. I think I like having 2 pet chickens. I like having the individual relationship with them. Whereas I know that if we had a flock of hybrid ones, we'd have to have quite a strict policy of just euthanizing them as soon as anything goes wrong.
And that's the same with us. We find that difficult. Yeah,
which would just be a bit of an issue, I think.
That was our plan right at the start. Was as soon as they get ill, they've had a nice life. They're rescued.
Spaying them and implanting them and
you all had
nebulizing
influence.
them. Yeah, I know. I might spay Chicky at some point, but
that would be stressful.
Well, I'll see how she comes into lay.
Yeah,
because she'll be 8 this year.
God, that's crazy.
So she's quite old, and Acton will be just behind her, so she'll be almost
younger.
8. So they're both quite healthy.
Oh, they've done well.
Yeah, and they're looking like great. Chicky's got a bit of a hitch when she walks, like a bit of a limp.
Yeah.
But it's just a mechanical thing, I think. She doesn't seem hugely painful.
No.
She still roosts head height.
Does she?
Yeah. I purposely put in perches lower down
so she could,
because I didn't want her to go up. And there's a huge gap because then the pigeons roost around the top.
Yeah.
But she goes up where the pigeons are. She flies up there.
It's because she likes to be the boss. She likes to be high up.
Yeah. Well, she likes to be the boss, but she also doesn't see herself as a chicken.
No.
So her and Acton, I think Acton appreciates Chicky's company, but Chicky couldn't care less.
She doesn't care.
Like, honestly, she wouldn't care if Acton died. I don't think she would at all. But anyway, so no, we've got big plans for moving. We're hopefully, there's down the buildings, it's 105 foot the length of the stables and the big steel frame shed, so that's going to be a bank of 3 aviaries for the birds we've got at the moment, and then we've got the 2 macaws coming from Lindsay.
From Wildside.
So that's a scarlet macaw. And
which is what you've always wanted, isn't it?
Yeah, I've always wanted to have some big parrot species. And they're rescues, and I would never go out and buy any because I just don't ethically agree with it.
And Lindsay doesn't normally take birds, but these 2, there was just nowhere else for them to go. I think it was the Scottish.
I think she intensely dislikes them.
Yeah, she prefers the mammals.
She keeps messaging me like, so when are you taking them?
When are you moving?
You can have them now.
Yeah, so it'll work out quite well because it'll leave her with room for something else then as well, won't it? So.
Yeah, and I'm quite excited to get them.
Yeah, they'll just be amazing.
Yes, and then we've got big plans. We want to, in the big shed, have an education room so that we can have school groups and community groups to visit as like just a nice thing to do, but then also do paid experiences and me do CPD events for nurses and vets and stuff. And then maybe have stuff like, I don't know, if people want to hire it out for craft events or that sort of thing, like semi-regular stuff.
Goat yoga, I said.
Goat yoga. Our goats are too heavy for goat yoga. Imagine Apollo in goat
I
yoga.
know. You could use them to lean on rather than... Like, you could use them to lean on rather than actually them getting involved. Yeah, it could be the other way round.
If they got involved, particularly Carol, she literally would just sit on someone.
Well, it'll be good moving for Apollo, won't he? Because he's been a bit of a pain at the moment.
Yeah, he's been a right pain. It's been a hard autumn and winter on him because normally he goes out to stud. So Apollo's our main billy goat. So he's a rare breed English goat. So normally he goes out and does like a tour of Devon and maybe a bit of Somerset to see some females. But because we had the worries about the Johne's disease earlier this year, which we talked about previously, I didn't push for him to go out anywhere because I wanted to make sure we were all clear. But also we've been so busy, we didn't actively try and get any females to come and visit. There were supposed to be a couple, but they cancelled on us. So it means that Apollo's not really seen any action. And
he's getting a bit
we
bored.
also had 3 younger billies, which I think just having them around just got him really het up, and so he's been really destructive. He keeps ripping his door off his stable. I've had to like bodge together loads of reinforcements around it. He's decided that he hates the Shetland pony's guts, so he's like always trying to like break through the barrier to them. It has been a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, so when we move, we're going to get the indoor accommodation for the small animals sorted, like the birds and the guinea pigs and stuff. Then the aviaries, so they're all sort of ready to go. The goats and the ponies, we should be able to just make do with what's there for now.
Oh, that's good.
With then the plan being that once we've got all the other stuff set up, then we can get their accommodation properly sorted.
And then are you going to have to move all your track then that you've got?
Yeah, so all the track that we designed for the ponies and the goats, we will have to pull all that up, and also relay it, but also work out where it's going to go, depending on what our future animal plans are. And also I need to get my head around planning as well. Like, we're going to make all the aviaries, but then if we want the education room, we're probably going to apply for a zoo licence because we've got the animals anyway. And we're going to have people coming to visit. So we either need an animal activities licence, but then if you have anything that's not domesticated, it fits better into the zoo licence.
Yeah, and you just never know what will turn up, really, do you?
No, well, we got plans to get some rescue primates with the new legislation that's coming in.
Yeah, and you've just been through all that with helping Lindsay at Wildside.
Yeah, so I know.
So you know it in and out now, really, don't you?
Yeah, and there will almost certainly be a lot that need homing.
Yeah. So I don't know if we've talked about that, about the new primate licence. So basically the laws are going to be much stricter now and better. Yeah. So they need outdoor space, indoor space, they need UV light, they need heating. So,
but also they need routine veterinary visits at least 4 times a year. They need weighing once a month. They need a proper diet that's been calculated, I guess, or designed by a nutritionist or a vet or someone with similar experience. There's a huge amount of hoops to jump through. I really don't see how anyone with pet primates could do it.
Especially if they've got 1 or 2, maybe. But if they've got several,
I think there will be a few people out there that like breed them as a hobby, but also engage with things like zoological collections.
Yes.
But aren't a zoo and don't have the public to visit. So there'll be a small minority of people in that category. Yes. Or rescue centres.
But then there's so many people breeding them not very responsibly and selling them, isn't there? And they won't be able to be sold, I presume, at the age they're being sold at now because it's not meeting their needs.
No. And they'll all have to be microchipped or have to be traceable. But I think, as with all these things, it will just push a lot into the black market as such. There'll be a huge amount of people that aren't going to apply for a licence because they know they'll never meet it.
But hopefully it'll push the price of them up as well. If it does, whether they meet the rules or they go onto the black market, either of those is going to push the price up to buy it, which hopefully will put some people off as well. Because at the moment there's people buying a baby marmoset and keeping it in a parrot cage, which doesn't take much to buy or to set up.
No. So we shall see. I think that it'd be interesting to see what happens with it all.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll be in a position where if all our plans come together and we have this education room and we can have visits and stuff like that, and a small what we want to have a small, high quality, high relationship with the animals that we've got.
Yeah, so you know them, and then the people that come will get to know them as well.
Well, whenever I go somewhere, it's like we had a trip down to London. We were gifted some tickets to a show for the kids, and we went down with some friends and stayed in their flat. Anyway, on the way back, we called back Crocodiles of the World, which is all right. I thought, yeah, it was okay. Crocodiles just don't do a lot.
No, but they're still amazing though. I just love watching them. I don't know. Yeah. They're just yeah. I really like it.
But I think I don't know. I'm always overcritical of these places, obviously, because who I am. But there's never enough about the individual animals.
No,
ever. Like they had really good
their names or anything.
They had really good high quality signage on the species and the conservation stuff. But like they had an enclosure with baby Galapagos tortoises in.
Yeah.
And they were only like quite small, like size of bubble. One of my tortoises. But there was no information on when they hatched.
No, and they bred those there, and it's like a big thing.
So and the same with the adult ones. There's no information on their ages or their names or anything like that. Like nothing, or with any of the animals. Yeah. So for us, it very much it'd be about the stories.
Yes.
I love a story. It'd be the stories about the animals.
And you get that more at some of the wildlife parks where they take on rescues. They tell you a bit more about the rescue journey and things, and it's so much nicer.
Really, what we're going to do is copy the Big Cat Sanctuary. I can't remember what it called.
Yeah, it is called the Big Cat Sanctuary. Yeah, in Kent.
Yes, yeah. Because I've not been there, but I follow them on socials.
Oh,
and
it's
they're
brilliant,
just so good at posting the stories about the animals, and that's what's engaging. Yeah. And their names and what they like.
And each of them have got a backstory as well, haven't they? And then some of them don't necessarily like that much attention. Some of them, because of where they've come from, really like being around humans. And then they tell you how they've, because they don't obviously go in with them because it's not ethical or safe, but where they've lived previously, people may have been in with them, but they tell you how they're adapting them to that and making it comfortable for them. And it's really fascinating. All the training they do as well.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So when we have the paid visits, so we'll do individual family group visits, that will revolve around certain species on that day. But a big part of that we'll be doing target training and stuff like that. So to get people to engage and understand.
Yeah, and how you health check them and things.
But also to have the goats and the guinea pigs and stuff, so that there is then fully hands-on, immersive brushing them and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they like it and they appreciate it. Yeah, so all sorts of big plans, but massive projects.
Yeah, but it's nice because it's yours and it's on your own land. You don't have to travel to do it.
No.
Yeah.
We're going, just this next week, on one day, we're going to take down a conservatory for free of charge on Facebook Marketplace. We're going to reuse that as windows for some of the enclosures. Emily's busy worrying about the house stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas last night I was on Facebook Marketplace inquiring about rocks and tree stumps.
Yeah, and you need to leave that till you move though, because you don't want to go and pick it up, take it to your house now, and then move it again.
We've got about 100 slabs we're going to be doing that with this week as well. I need to talk to the lady who owns the new house. Can we put them there?
Can I go and put some slabs there straight away?
But no, so I found somewhere that's got loads of tree stumps free of charge as well.
That would be good.
For goat climbing frames, but also with the aviaries. What we do at the moment and what we'll do probably even better where we're moving to is I just love having the really naturalistic and planted. What I'll do is I'll make little cairns of stones, so when I scatter feed I'll put it in there so they have to find it. Jack has all of his food
really good
just
at
scattered around. But ironically I hide it for him to find. He finds it, then he just hides it somewhere else
because your place isn't right.
Yeah, exactly.
But that keeps him busy as well.
He'll spend hours doing that, just moving stuff around, in case I come back and find it.
That's like Sarabi, but it's my keys, it's my slippers, it's anything that I need for that day. She will have hidden if I don't put it away. So
hopefully we'll get some What I really want to get hold of is a full-on fallen tree for the goats, a big branches, everything all in one piece to be a big climbing frame. Because I could make some stuff out of scaffolding and stuff, but I just don't like. I like it when it looks naturalistic.
Yeah.
I just think it looks ugly if it's not. So. Yeah.
Can't you cut a tree down from where you are now and just take it with you? Will anyone notice?
We'll find one at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
I'll tell you need to ask. Kelly's Joe.
Yeah, I should do, shouldn't I?
Yeah, because he would definitely have. Cause that's what he does.
Yeah, but the challenge is with something like that is getting it onto a trailer. Because if we get it on, like we can get it off our end, but getting it loaded up.
Yeah.
Because you can't really fail it onto a trailer, unless he did it at a farm somewhere. I'll make inquiries.
Yeah, I think ask him. If anyone can help, I bet he can.
So yeah, loads and loads of big projects with that. So hopefully it'll come together. But it's I don't know. I'm not finding the thought of buying the house stressful. Well, it's going to be a huge financial stretch for us.
It's just been frustrating when it's sometimes the solicitors are so slow, aren't they? Because we're so used to just getting things done and doing it.
The solicitors have been incredibly slow. It's been really frustrating. They've just been glorified admin, really. I feel like I've been doing a lot of the legwork.
And it just seems like it always is when you buy a house. It's as if no one's ever done it before, and it's just always so slow. Where you'd think there should be, like, we have routines for everything, and you'd think, I don't know.
No, I don't know, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll certainly be probably on socials quite a lot when we've got a new place.
Yeah, and it'll be nice for the kids. Are they excited?
They're really excited. Yeah.
Right, are they planning how they're going to have their rooms?
Well, at the moment they're going to be moving into the same room.
Okay.
Because we need to do a little bit of work inside to split one of the annex. So it's a 2-bedroom cottage with a 1-bedroom annex that we're going to use all as one. But we need to split the bedroom and the annex into 2 rooms for them.
Yeah.
Because also we're planning on having advertising for vet students to come and stay when doing placements locally.
Which will be nice.
To earn us a bit of cash, to pay for everything. And it'd be a reduced rate, like a really accessible rate.
Yeah.
And hopefully it means that we'll get more vet students here.
Yeah, which would be nice.
But also I'll let other local practices know that it's there to be used. So that's another plan. But it'll all come together.
Yeah, it will. I think you just need to not rush it too much, because
you
always want to just get everything done
I want to move in and the next day it to be done.
It will be done.
Which obviously it won't.
So the thing I had was, I want to do reviews in January. I want to have some time off in January here to be able to move. But I need to be here also to be able to do ops. So it's like a little logic puzzle.
All happen at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, we're doing reviews in February. I'll try and get the ops booked in, but mainly you need time off.
Well, it's going to be time for me to...
Yeah, and just to enjoy it.
Well, I've got someone to come and make the aviaries for us. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
So
the wood and everything is also expensive
we're going to do it with
steel.
Now as well. Steel panels with then the mesh welded onto it.
Like at Vale? Because they've got some like that.
Well, there's a stainless steel. Ours will be steel that will paint.
Yeah.
Paint it black.
Because you won't need to like disinfect it and that all the time like they do.
Not in the same way.
Yeah.
But also the trouble with stainless steel stainless steel, it's just really bright.
Yeah.
And actually when you try and look through it, see what's inside, you just see the mesh.
Whereas that doesn't matter for them because they haven't got people going
galvanised can be toxic.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get zinc toxicity,
you don't want that.
Cores and stuff. And that's what we lost Aussie, the Galar to. So I'm not going there again. We're not doing galvanised. So I want to get it like naked steel that will paint.
Yeah.
But the steel box lengths, it's like 6 metre lengths, I think, it'd be an inch by an inch, like box frame. Probably going to have to spend about $3,000 on that.
But then
the
there's
mesh
no
will probably be like
$2,500,
something like that.
Yeah.
So,
but it will look really good.
We're sort of the mindset that if we're going to have people to come visit and stuff, we want it to just get it done.
Yeah.
And get it done well.
And then not have to spend time doing things on it. Then that'll probably outlast me. Because the wood, you're always having to treat it or update it, and then they chew it. Yeah.
Whereas,
and it's hard to disinfect.
If we make these steel frame, we're going to fabricate them in the building and then erect them.
Yeah.
So it means that eventually when we move,
you could just take it all with you.
And we can take it with us.
Yeah.
So,
and it's easy to fix things too inside if it's steel because it's strong. So if you want to put up perches and branches and things, you can.
Whereas out the other side of the buildings, we're going to make a big, a bit like the aviary I've got for Jack at the moment.
Yeah.
Find a photo of that to put in, which is like poles in the ground with
it's
a
net
suspended
with
over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a huge area at the other side of the building, so we're going to do that for the jackdaws and the pigeons.
Where are the tortoises going then?
So tortoises, initially we'll probably just make do in the house for them. But the plan with the tortoises is to have them in the bottom of the aviaries, to go out into the aviaries.
Yeah.
So particularly the macaw aviary, because that'd be quite a large outside space, but also the smaller ones as well. I was going to make an enclosure outside the front of the house.
Yeah, that's
which we might do. Well, Emily's less keen on that. I think it's a good idea
because it includes the porch of the house.
Which the porch is useless, so I think we just need to do it. But Emily wants the garden to actually be a garden, which I'm less interested in. But we'll fight that battle another day. Whereas I think having tortoise wandering around it, you can still use it as a garden. So
yeah, I suppose it's more the porch though.
Yeah, maybe.
Porch is like a.
I think the porch is redundant anyway. Like we would never use it.
Yeah, you'd never come through the front door.
We'd never use the front door ever. We're better off having that for guinea pigs or tortoises or something. But we'll see. But no, and part of the education room is we're planning on having it temperature controlled, insulated and everything else. And I want to get the reptiles. We've got the geckos, the tortoises.
Yeah.
Set up with some proper inbuilt naturalistic enclosures
that would be
nice. There. We might get another couple of reptiles.
I think you should get like a water monitor or something like that.
Yeah,
with a waterfall in there and
might
stuff.
get something that's like
something will turn up here.
Like I follow one of the RSPCA rescue centres. Something that's like is really difficult to rehome.
Yes.
To an average household because they need such a huge enclosure.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that would be good.
Like an iguana or
crocodile
or something. Not a crocodile.
One of the little tiny crocodiles.
Monitor lizards are quite interesting to do stuff, whereas the crocodiles just sit.
Yeah, they don't do much. But then the geckos don't really do much, do they?
No, I know. I've already got those.
Yeah, you've got those, you can.
Well, the Graham, I think, is getting old now.
He must be old.
Well,
because you already had him, didn't you?
Next year will be 10 years that we've had him for. And he was an adult when we got him. We have no idea how old he was. No. But he just looks like he's just getting on a bit. The scarring on his eyes is getting a bit worse. They're not eating much at the moment because the temperature's low.
Yeah. And then Jemima, you've had a while as well.
Yeah, I lose track on it.
It's got to be a good 5 years or 6 years, I think.
I'd say probably 6 years, I think.
Yeah. And then she was adult as well when you had her and already had like bone problems, didn't she?
Yeah, so they are getting on a bit. But Graham's great because he likes being handled. So he's quite happy and inquisitive. Jemima we don't because she doesn't appreciate it.
No, she doesn't like it. I think it's because she was so sore though, wasn't she, when you first got her?
She's just really scatty.
Yeah, bless her.
Yeah, so that's a flavour of all the plans that we've got.
So will Bubble be inside then?
Well, Bubble's hibernating at the moment actually. Yeah, so I'm risking it a bit. He just stopped eating. I need to get used to calling her she because she's a she, I think. She just stopped eating. And she did it last year, and I kept like warm bathing her and persuading her to eat, and she'd just go and crawl back in a corner and go to sleep. And we sort of kept her awake. But this year, I thought, she just wants to hibernate.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it. It's a bit of a risk because of her previous kidney issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's in the fridge.
How long is she going to hibernate for?
I don't know. I put her in like. Emily's really annoyed with me just for Christmas. And the fridge is full of Christmas food. It's like 22nd of December or something. I put her in.
At least Bubble's the little one.
Yeah. So she's on the top shelf in the fridge.
So I think if you're buying all this stuff, you maybe need to buy a tortoise hibernation fridge.
Well, we're going to have to set up an animal kitchen because if we're going to have either the animal activities licence or a zoo licence, we'll need a separate place to prepare their food.
Yeah.
So we'll need a separate fridge, a separate freezer, kind of a separate washer and dryer.
Yeah.
And all those sort of things. So yes, I'll probably fit in a tortoise fridge somewhere.
Can you have one with like a glass front so that you can see them? That wouldn't disturb them when they're hibernating. Oh, that would be cool.
I mean, like we're in and out of the fridge.
No, I suppose,
times a day.
Yeah.
And I poke her every other day.
To make sure
she's still alive.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is quite exciting. Whereas Torty, I'm keeping awake because his body weight is lower than what it should be.
Oh, okay.
Historically, I know from his previous medical records, he's always been at 1.9 kilos.
Yeah.
But he dropped down to 1.6 about August time that was. I built him back up to about 1.75.
But you want to get him back to 1.9.
But he couldn't care less. Actually, last year, we couldn't keep him awake.
Yeah.
He was just dead set on hibernating. This year, he's just motoring around. He's in his enclosure in the living room. He's just trying to escape all the time. He's eating really well. And yeah, he's really good. Whereas Angelica's causing me concern. She's not eating, so I need to just bite the bullet and resedate her and put another tube in. She pulled the last one out.
She kept it in quite a while, though,
she's more subdued again. She sits all day. When we bath her, she perks up a little bit.
Yeah.
But And she's bright. Like when you stimulate her, like her eyes are open and stuff. And I managed to persuade her to eat a tiny bit a couple of weeks ago, but since then, nothing.
Do you think people don't realise what a long haul it is to get tortoises back to health?
Well, I think she's stressed as well. I do think she's stressed because she always just lived out in a garden in a greenhouse, semi loved, but semi neglected in terms of her like lifestyle. Yeah, which for a lot of tortoises is fine. But then being in the living room, she knows that she should be hibernating. Yeah.
So that'll be nice when you move, actually, for her.
Yeah, well, I think I'm really hoping that when we get to springtime, she go out in the garden. Yeah. I'm hoping and
she'll be more normal. Things. Yeah.
I might risk putting her with Torty as well, because they're the same species. Okay. And she's much bigger than him, but we'll see, because he's also quite randy.
But because she's so big, that might not bother her as much, because he can't. Yeah.
We'll see. They don't need to be social as such, but...
Yeah.
But no, so lots of excitement. And we've got the 2 macaws coming, so that'll be exciting.
What are they called? Have they already got names?
I don't know if they've got names.
Oh, you need macaw names.
Yeah. I don't know. Wildside, Lindsay, she lets them be animals as such, whereas I like to have more relationship with them. So I'm not sure if these guys have got names.
Yeah. But, you might need to come up with some.
Well, on the 13th, I'm going down to GA. I'm decided to
see
you around.
Me and Anna, I think.
Yeah. Well, I probably won't need both of you because I'm just doing the 2 macaws.
Oh, okay. So we should try and do a podcast as well.
Yeah, but then also I'm supposed to be collecting the keys on the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm collecting the keys on the 13th, probably won't do a podcast then. Yeah. If I'm not, then we will. Mm-hmm. She wants me to look at some poo samples, apparently. But anyway, so we're going to be blood testing the macaws and x-raying them and health checking them, microchipping them. Yeah. But the blood test will be for a couple of infectious diseases, and I want to get them sexed as well. Yeah. Just so I know what they are.
Yeah, you know.
And then that's a stressful thing that's out of the way. Yeah. So then when they move to the new place...
Yeah, you don't have to upset them.
I've not got to upset them or stress them. Fresh start, I can have a positive relationship with them. And then also, like, the new enclosure we're making for them is, I think it's about 4.5 metres high.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
you're not going to be able to catch them.
No, if I put them up in there, which is not great enclosure planning. Really, you should always have an enclosure where you can catch the animal if you need to.
But are you going to start training them now?
Yeah, I want to target train them. And they'll have an inside space.
Yeah, where you can shut them in. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And they should be fairly easy to train. I mean, they're really smart. So.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Yeah. Oh, they're going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm quite excited.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. What else have we got to talk about? Have you made any New Year's resolutions?
No, not this year.
New Year's resolution is not to have any.
Yeah, yes, because... Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really got... Just carry on. Just keep going. Yeah. Have you?
Yes and no. Historically, I never used to make New Year's resolutions because I just never did them.
Yeah, kept them, yeah.
But last year, I actually managed to start doing one of my New Year's resolutions I'd had for like 5 years or so and never done it, which was to ring my siblings about once a month. I probably got in about 6 phone calls across the year, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
at least you've had a little
this year, now I've started doing it, I can keep on doing it.
Oh, that's a good one.
They never contact me, but I thought, I find the one who makes the effort.
Yeah.
My conscience is clear. I think we've got so many projects on the house. I want to look after my personal fitness a bit more. I used to do a lot of, prior to last year I did a lot of running, and it's just gone by the wayside last year because of everything else.
It has been a really, really busy year, hasn't it?
Next year's
been full on.
For me, it's going to be busier.
But hopefully
next year, like this year.
But hopefully now we've got the 2 new grad vets coming on. Hopefully a new vet starting in June. We're hoping that you can have some time, like not work 50 hours a week or 60 hours a week.
Yeah, I mean, it means that increasingly my skill set becomes a bit less unique in that there's certain procedures that only I can do, therefore I've got to do them. Whereas as the others upskill, then that becomes less of an issue. And I'm not going anywhere.
No. It just feels like all the hard work over the last 8 years could pay off this year a bit.
Yeah, but I don't really think like that because I thought like that before, and then it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I didn't. Like, it will be what it will be.
Yeah, but you are getting a house, so that's happening.
Yeah, no, that is
That's
true. To be fair,
coming
no, it is
off.
actually. Yeah, we're getting more debt. That's what we're doing.
You've got rid of the practice debt now.
Yeah, the practice is all paid
You've
off.
paid the practice off.
So now we'll be, on a 40-year mortgage that I'd like to get paid off in 10.
Yeah, that's
my aim.
Me and Joe have managed to pay.
But then we've got so much money that we want to spend to get set up where we are.
It's so hard getting the balance of, because it's the interest. When just don't look at the interest that you're paying on the mortgage too much, because it just gets depressing.
It'll be fine.
But it's worth it. It's the only way you can do it, though.
Well, the thing is, it's a good debt.
Yeah.
Like, it's good debt versus bad debt.
Yeah.
Because we've been just getting our head around some financial planning, and it's a case of, do we spend the money now to get the place how we want it, or do we save that and pay more off the mortgage?
Yeah.
And actually, I think it makes sense to get the place right.
Yeah,
so that we can do the community stuff, but also we can do charge stuff.
Yeah.
So that actually our life expenses are covered, if that makes sense.
And it's what you've wanted to do as well.
That's what,
You're not
going
to be settled until you've got it sorted.
No, that's what I've always wanted to do. I'm not going anywhere from this place anytime soon, but I don't want to be doing as much vet work as I do currently for my whole career. I never have wanted that.
Yeah. But it has been excessive the last year as well.
Yeah. But it probably continue to be excessive for the next 10 to 15 years, realistically. But, yeah.
And then we've introduced the homeschool. We've done our second homeschool session down in Pets at Home. So we thought it would be a good idea, didn't we, to offer like a pet... Because in the curriculum, there's a pet section. It's not very much, not probably as much as it could be, but we felt that it would be good to offer that to home educated children. So we're doing the first Friday of every month, and we've done 2 so far. We've done one on rabbits, one on guinea pigs, and they've gone really nicely.
Yeah, I think they've gone really well. Yeah. And I mean, it's not completely altruistic. Part of it is community engagement, which is marketing for us. Yeah. But it's something that we're passionate about. I'm certainly really passionate about getting the next generation involved in animals, and I think just being an inspiration that they'll go away and think about what we've talked about and having learned something. Yeah.
And we don't, it's not just animals, it links into so many other things.
Like Spanish Armada.
Yeah, I did a timeline of where the guinea pigs came from. And so the Spanish brought them over to Europe because they were kept as food. And so it went on to that. It went on to ethical breeding, because should we be breeding all these different breeds that... Is it for us or is it for the guinea pig's sake? So it covers so many things. And the rabbit one I did, so we split into 2 groups, didn't we? And I did the older over 10s and you did the under 10s. And we did like a nursing care plan, sort of what we do here with our animals, putting the 12 activities of living, and we discussed with a rabbit what you would need to do for different bits of their life stage. So that it gets into their biology of everything. And it crosses so many things having an animal.
Well, I think for me, one of the biggest things, certainly with my own children, and they won't realise this because it won't be an active learning process, but is just the concept that even if something cannot speak or express, they still feel. Yeah. And I think developing that connection. Yeah. So I've certainly met plenty of adults in my time where they just don't understand that. No.
And especially with the reptiles and they're expressing so differently to us.
And coming back to the 5 animal welfare needs, no one ever knows what they are. In all the schools and stuff that I go into, it's very rare. To be fair, actually, tell a lie, Trinity School that I went into, did them last year and went again this year. I think it's year 2, I think, that I see. They tend to have a fairly good grasp.
Oh, that's good.
I think they talk about...
Because it is meant to be part of the curriculum. Yeah, it's nice. And it's nice just getting them thinking about things. And it rolls over then into humans as well, because we don't all communicate exactly the same way either. So it's just everyone's different. And just having a think about what that pet or what another person needs and being a bit empathetic, I think.
Yeah, so so we're continuing with that. I really enjoy it. I have to say, each time I got one coming up, I'm like, why do I do this? every time, twice. It's been so fun. Twice I'm like, oh, why did I come up with this idea? And you're probably the same when I'm like, oh, can I get this sorted?
Yeah, because he said, I'll just put a date in the diary, and then I'm...
Yeah, but that's the thing, if you just put it in...
And then it'll get done. Because I was just going to do the homework sheets, like, for ideas, and then I ended up with doing the activities.
Well, we need to get Tash involved. Tash would be really good.
Yeah, she wants to.
And Becky D.
And Becky D's been poorly, so it's not her fault.
Yeah, no, we need to get other colleagues involved in doing it. And it may even be that when we've got that, we can expand it a bit more as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping April's will be a good one, because I think it's in the Easter holidays, so... we can open it up a bit more, not just to home-educated children, I think, and do because I think we were going to do cats, which is quite a nice one, and we can... Yeah, my nephew thinks I'm going to bring Sarabi in for it. I don't think that's going to happen. That'd be dangerous. She wouldn't care, but she might scratch people by accident. She gets a bit over-enthusiastic.
What are we doing next time?
I think it's budgies. I need to double-check, I think it might be budgies.
Not tortoises. Tortoises is one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's something that's not a mammal, I know that. It's probably either tortoises or budgies.
Yeah, okay.
So that's something a bit different, because we've done, rabbits and guinea pigs so far.
Yeah.
But it is nice. It's just nice, all the questions they ask as well.
Yeah, well, and for me it feeds into our plans for the new house as well.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want to be doing, is having groups like that. It's just really rewarding.
Yeah, it is nice. And they all said thank you and everything when they left. They were very polite.
One boy ran over and hugged me. Bless him.
I know, that's so nice.
That's so nice.
I'm hoping I can set up that board downstairs today, actually, so we can put some of their work up that they've done. I'll put my timeline on there.
I took a photo, actually, of Joy. I took home a couple of the pictures, and Joy and Yolo coloured some of them in.
Oh, yeah, we can put those.
I would say better than the kids.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm not putting your pictures on the board. Oh, man.
Yeah, bless them. Just trying to think what else. I mean, just doing a bit of a year in review. So 2025 was always going to be quite a challenge.
Yeah.
Work-wise, but I think notable things have happened. So this time last year, we had no idea what was coming up with Wildside and getting the clinic set up there.
Yeah.
We've euthanized a lot of deer this year.
Yeah.
And I need to get a captive bolt gun. Sound really bad now.
Yeah.
So that we can kill them and then you can eat the meat.
Yeah. Well, the worst.
Or give it to Wildside.
Yeah, to feed to the
mountain lions and stuff.
Oh, because the muntjac that I had to put to sleep
tastes quite nice.
Well, the one that I had to put to sleep in your car that was in your boot the other day, that was embarrassing, because unfortunately when I injected it with the pre-med, it was just making such a noise because they just stress, don't they?
Yeah. So it was a bad day. I went to leave home. Tyre was flat on the car.
You needed to be here early as well, didn't you?
Yeah. So I was getting here early to do a euthanasia.
Yeah.
That I'd booked in before work. Tyre was flat in my car. Had to pump that up. Was driving to work, coming down Dinmore Hill, and I saw a deer on the side of the road, a small muntjac, and as I passed, it lifted its head, so it was alive, and I thought, oh, for goodness sake. And I was driving, because I was already running a bit late because of the flat tyre, and then I thought, oh, I'll just have to call someone to go and get it, and then I got like 100 metres down the road, and I thought, no, I can't do that, so I turned around, went back, got it, it screamed its head off then, put it in the back of the car.
And it had two badly broken legs at the back, didn't it?
Yeah. And then... I came in for euthanasia. You'd kindly come in early as well, and I got you to go down and inject the deer in the Lidl car park
to see the owners that were coming.
Yeah.
So I went down to inject it with some pre-medication to make it sleepy.
So that we could euthanize it
as soon as I
stress-free.
opened the boot, it just started screaming, and everyone was waiting to go into Lidl on the Sunday morning, staring at me, thinking, "What's she got in the back of that car?"
And they scream so loud.
It's like a really, really loud seagull.
Yeah.
It was so loud. Yeah, poor thing. But I hadn't even uncovered it from the blanket. I did it as stress-free as possible, but everyone was just thinking, what's she doing? There's something in that car. So I just did it as quickly as I could, shut the boot, and then we let it settle, didn't we? And then everything was smooth after that. I didn't know what we were doing then, bless it.
Just remind me, do you know what I've got scheduled for February as well? I think I've emailed you about this, but I need to check for time off, is I've got dart gun training.
Oh, no, that's on there.
Is that on there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and train how to dart animals.
Yeah, I've got that on there.
You never know if there's any deer that
Where
need darting.
have you got to go for that?
Kidderminster.
Oh, it's not too far, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I might buy a gun as well. I don't know.
Oh, Then because I'm doing this VMG certificate, the
it.
Vet Management Group certificate, so then I'll have to do a health and safety review of the gun and how we got it and who's got training. Yeah, that's part of what I'm doing at the moment. All the health and safety.
I think I will get a captive bolt gun, I think. So captive bolt gun is essentially, the principle is, instead of a free bullet where you shoot it and it flies out, it's got a bolt that sort of is locked in place but shoots out. So if you need to...
Reusable.
It's reusable, yeah. It's grim, isn't it? But it is quick, ethical.
Yes. And you could use the meat then as well, which is more ethical again.
Which is more ethical rather than have to send it for incineration or cremation.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, I don't know. I think it might be a sensible thing to have.
And for something like that, it probably is quicker than me injecting it, then waiting for it to go to sleep, and then yeah.
But I need to give that some thought, because also I have to be mindful. I don't also want to be the person that everyone locally calls whenever they find a deer on the side of the road, because they know that I've got a captive bolt gun.
But then the large animal vets have all got guns as well, and they say no or don't go. So
yeah, but I think we've got more of a name for
and they
dealing
know
with
you're
stuff like
soft.
that. I'm saying soft. I think I'm considerate.
Yeah. Well, you just can't. It's hard, isn't it, to say no? But you just can't do everything.
To something like that.
And when we're thinking about launching a home euthanasia service more in the new year, that's brings us on to that in a nicer way than
not with a captive bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Which will be nice.
Anyway, where were we for decalled? 2025. So Lindsay Wildside project, which has been a huge sort of thing to get off the ground.
Yeah. I think looking back on it now, you just think, well, we've done such a good job, or you've done such a good job designing that, and it's just like a mini vet practice. And we take it for granted because we tend to do everything like that. Like if we're going to do it, you might as well do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
And yeah, it's amazing. And some of the pictures then, I look at them, and because it's got doors taken from other Vets for Pets that have got the pictures on them, I do think that
I'm after another one of those doors.
Yeah. What do you want on there? A dog, a cat, a rabbit?
If I get on with a bird, it'd be great.
And then it just looks, and then you forget that it's not here. It's another practice.
Yeah, we had a lot of support from Richard at Sport Officers.
Yeah. And again, that's been sustainable because everything's been stuff that's not being used.
Been wanted.
And if someone was to open up one of those at practice, they buy all new things, like the X-ray machines are old, but it just works perfectly there. And we all feel so comfortable there working because it just feels like you're here. Yeah. So it's nice because none of us like change.
No, so we had that, and then we had the RCBS come and film.
Yes.
For the Vet Nurses or VN Futures project.
Yeah, which was nice.
Sport Office come and do a bit of filming. I'm still trying to convince Sport Office to come and do a documentary on us, like a YouTube once a month.
Like a fly on the wall thing.
Yeah.
And the nurses, like our booster connects, it just feels like second nature now. It's nice. And us triaging things is working really well because we're getting people in the same day if it's a dog with a sore ear or maybe some anal glands or a sore eye, stuff that may have had to wait till the next day because it's not an emergency. We're fitting in with the nurses, so I think it's working really well.
So we've got we've got all that, and then so this year, so hopefully we've got a 3D X-ray machine that
that's amazing.
Which I'm slightly regressing because it's a lot of money, but
no, it's so good.
So we've got that.
So that'll improve our dental offerings that we're doing, and then for our exotics,
more excitingly,
got some exotic care plans hopefully coming up.
Yeah, so similar to dog and cat, like subscription service, we're going to do probably start for bearded dragons and tortoises.
Yeah.
And parrots, probably. Parrots will be slightly more complicated. Definitely bearded tortoises will be dead easy, and that fits in with the 3D X-ray machine.
Yeah.
I need to get that launched actually. We're also hoping to launch a home euthanasia service as well.
Yeah.
More community projects.
Yeah.
Just need to find the time to do that. And then, all the projects for me personally, which naturally is linked into work because of just, Some people have a work-life balance. I just roll it all into one. Yeah. You don't have to worry about balance
it does
then.
Merge,
if it's all one, then it doesn't matter.
It's hard when it's your life is animals and then work is animals.
I'm literally on call 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Which
what's the point? If I tried to get more life balance, I'd just be stressing out because it's not achievable. So if everything just all merges into one, then it all works. So, I also actually, I need to put this on socials. I want inspiration to put together a bucket list for the children, not as me living vicariously through them, but they're at that perfect age to go out and experience stuff.
Yeah.
So they're 9 and 7. Like we went to London for a night, and it just blew their minds because they've never been to a city like that. Because
you see it on telly
hate
so
cities.
much.
I feel so uncomfortable going in there. I hate it. But it's really important that they get to experience.
So like to push you to do things that you wouldn't necessarily think's fun, but that they think's fun.
Like for example, we went to London, but I insisted on visiting Crocodiles of the World on the way back.
Mine would have been the Natural History Museum. You can't go to London.
It was too far. We didn't have enough time to do it. So we are planning on doing another London trip and doing the museums.
Oh, that'd
and
be
that
good.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, because I think that's nice. And to go on the tube.
But like they just wanted to go on the red buses.
Yeah.
That's all they wanted to do. So we didn't need to, but we had 2 red bus trips. They saw the London Eye, they saw Big Ben, they saw Tower Bridge.
That's it. And then it's letting them make their own decision, because they might be like, once they've seen it, we've seen it now and that's it. We don't really want to go again either. And it's just letting them make their own minds up then, isn't it?
Yolo loved it. He thought it was just, the whole lot was just amazing. He just thought it was so interesting. Although he did say he prefers the countryside. Whereas Joy was very quiet the whole time. I think
it's a lot. It's noisy and busy.
Then we were walking through along the River Thames after the Bluey show that we went to see, and we were just walking along, and Joy was like, "Daddy, you're crushing my hand," because I was stressed. I was holding her hand, didn't realise I was crushing it.
But it's good to see them pushing yourself out of your comfort zone as well. Yeah.
Joy's a bit more empathetic, so she picks up a bit more.
Yeah.
Like I drove into the centre of London to the flat, and I think Yolo was just like completely oblivious.
Probably because he just expects that you should just be able to do it.
Whereas Joy's always been a bit more in tune.
Yeah.
And so I think she's just picking up on my stress.
But I think holidays should be on the bucket list.
Well, we have got a couple of days between August, but hopefully we'll do 3 goat shows.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a 4th, but 3.
That's not a holiday.
3 minimum. That is a holiday.
That's not a holiday. It's got to be a holiday where you haven't got anything like work or stressful to do, like where you just go and hang out on the beach or just for a day or 2. Look at rock pools. Rock pools.
Yeah, but we do day trips out. It's more what we do.
Yeah.
Like for us, a holiday is 6 hours away from home. Like we do a day trip out. But I have to admit, this Christmas period, I haven't been very present. I haven't. When I've been at home, I've just been.
Yeah, because you've got so much.
So
you've had time at home, but you've got But I think a night away at the beach is good. You can go crabbing. That's what we used to love doing. We used to buy a crab line and go off the harbour wall. That's really fun. Yeah. Because you can they don't get hurt, they don't get hooked or anything either, and then you just throw them back after. Yeah. That's the sort of things we used to like doing, and just going around the rock pools. Yeah,
well, it's stuff like that we want to put together a list of inspiration. I want to find something we can go and sit and watch, like badgers or foxes come out of a set or a den in evening or the morning sort of thing, or see deer coming out to graze, like British wildlife experiences. But again, that's something that I like. Yeah. But also something that lots of kids wouldn't experience.
Yeah, wouldn't get to do.
Whereas I just think to go and do that would be
quite cool. A lot of kids like the Raider Dams. A day up there is good, and the cafe's really good there.
Yeah, we have been up there when they were quite small, I think.
Yeah, that's really fun, especially when it's full. Yeah. And taking the bike, you can take bikes as well, because they've got a good cycle path around there. Yeah. That's nice. Oh.
Anyway, so we want to fit in some stuff like that, so I'll be looking for inspiration. If anyone has any ideas, let us know. Right, we may be able to get set up.
Yeah, get ready for the baby deer.
I don't know whether to just leave that phone call in. Or
ask Dee. Yeah.
I'll speak to her later.
Oh, I love a baby deer.
Dee, we took the phone call live on the podcast.
But we should say if you see a baby deer, it's normally best not to pick it up, because the mums do just hide them, don't they? If the dog brings it in, you can't do anything about it.
It's a little bit different, but I mean, particularly species like roe deer will hide them away.
Yeah. So you might come across them on a dog walk, and they're just hidden, and you just leave them, and the mum will come back.
Best just to leave it alone, unless it's visibly injured or clearly looks unwell. Best just to leave it. Fallow deer, I'm not sure if they leave them in quite the same way, I will admit, because I'm not sure if they follow the mother around. I don't know whether they hide them too.
No, I think they do hide them. I thought they did, but
I mean, if it's coming and it's flat,
and it's been brought in, and it's early, isn't it, in the year?
Shame I dried Esther off She probably would come back into milk if I started milking her again.
Just take the deer home and get Esther to raise her.
She would do it.
That would be cute.
She would do it.
I'm going to set a drip up then.
Let's see what comes in first. It might be euthanasia job if it's really bad. If it's injured.
Yeah.
It's a random time of year.
It's really early. I think it's cold, isn't it, to have babies around?
Considering they are seasonal.
Yeah.
It must have. I presume their gestation would be similar to a goat, like 5 months or so. Let's just have a look.
Say 230 days.
230 days. So what's
long,
so what's
isn't
that?
it?
Is that about 5 months?
200.
Oh, 7 to 8 months.
That's a long time. Maybe it's because we had a warm autumn.
So let's say 7 months ago. Well, no, it would have been made. They would have been really. It would have been mated really late in their breeding season. Must have been.
Maybe because it didn't.
Because 8 months ago, like, it would have been like, I don't know, April time. It's a bit weird though. They shouldn't really be.
They should be mating though, not having
mated,
babies.
Unless the mother was also a very late form, didn't reach sexual maturity until the very end of the breeding season, and then got mated.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's get set up for the deer and set up for the day, because our actual paying patients are going to be in as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. I think that's a lot of waffling. Maybe we'll try and do one at Wildside.
Yeah, it would be good.
I'd like to get Dee to come and do a podcast as well.
Yeah.
She's less keen.
Oh, she'd have so many stories, I think.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, she would be good.
Yeah. Cool. Perfect. Right. Thank you for listening, everybody. I've been Elliot.
I've been Becky.
We've been the Vet with Pets podcast.
Sponsored by Vets with Pets Hereford.
I hadn't forgotten. I've got it in my head nowadays. Right. Brilliant. Yeah. Let's go and sort this deer out. See you next time.